Greetings, peace and blessings, everybody. How y'all doing? Today is Wednesday. I believe it's like October 14th, and today is a Mercury day. I'm Monique. I'm also known as the Moon Mama. Today I want to talk about Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, and the Moon in Virgo. Oh, so we're in a lot of Mercury energy. But first, I want to invite you to sign up for the Mercury Retrograde course that begins tonight with our guest teacher, Ricky Williams, who is a former Heisman Trophy football winner, football player. I think he played for the Dolphins or something like that. Maybe he played for some other teams too. I don't know. But he is an extraordinary alchemist. He knows exactly how to transform his life in ways that are deep and profound and fulfilling. And he knows how to work with the shadow and take it and make it into something that is valuable, something that doesn't keep him stuck. Next week, we're going to have a beloved woman. Her name is Sertki, I think that's how I'd say it, Sertki. She is a coach and a teacher, and she helps people harness the energy of Kali. Kali is the power that we need in order to be present to our shadows and transform the energy of the shadow. We're going to have 3 live classes this Mercury retrograde each Wednesday. No, the next one is next Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday. And then the last class, Kelly Lynn Prime and I will come together to help work through integration and integrating the work that we've done to harness the power of our shadows. So with that, please register for the Mercury retrograde class. And if you don't want to take the class, if it feels like too much for you, register for a Mercury retrograde reading, and I can look at your chart and tell you how Mercury is impacting you right now and what will be the best tools and resources to help you harness this energy and really break through some of those shadow patterns that are keeping you stuck, because this is a great time to do it. Okay, so today Mercury is at the 11th degree of Scorpio retrograde. So Mercury, first of all, is the planet that governs our mind. It's the only planet that has the capacity to go from the highest realms of angelic energy to the lowest realms of deep shadow, hellish energy. Mythologically, Mercury was the planet that could, the god that could go into heaven and the god that can go into hell. And why is that? Because of your mind. Your mind can think thoughts that make you feel amazing. Like if you're thinking, oh my God, I love myself, I love my life, I'm so beautiful, I have everything I need, everything I can visualize, that I can hold in my hand. Like whatever your affirmations are in your mind, they become real in your life. That's Mercury. It's that thinking. So as a man thinketh, so is he. That thinking is the power of your life. And so Mercury is a very intense energy because our thoughts create our reality. They create our feelings, and then our feelings and our energy follows, and then the electromagnetic field that is around us, that we are within all the time, then begins to generate what it is we're thinking about. So I remember when I was really deep in my conversation and my sorrow about race and victimhood about race, I believed that I could not have the life that I wanted because I was a Black woman. And because I believed that, that was what was true. I would say things like white people are this and white people do this and white people do that and they get over and we don't get, and that was my reality because that's what I believed. And what's really keen about this Mercury energy, especially for melanated beings, especially for melanated beings who have crossed the Atlantic, whose ancestors crossed the Atlantic on the bottom of ships. We are intrinsically tied to the sun. The melanin in our skin is a energy that absorbs the sun, and the sun is a living being. It's alive, like I am right here talking. The sun is alive. It doesn't have a body like this, but it has a bigger body. It has a different body, but the consciousness of the sun is entirely alive. So when we are in thought patterns and programs and conditions that are filled with oppression, that energy of light that is absorbed in us has to be activated and bring to us exactly what we're focused on as melanated beings. So it's very important for people, Black people, to really get happy, get joyful, because we create the reality that we're in. And nobody talks about it. Nobody shares this. Nobody says that it's how it works, but it is how it works. And, so be it. So Mercury is at the 11th degree of Scorpio. The 11th degree means that we are in a blossoming. It's the 11 is a sacred number. It's like a high frequency number. So it's very creative, that double one energy. So whatever you're focused on today is being created. Wherever you're putting your energy, your attention, and your focus is magnifying today. And because it's in Scorpio, it's likely that we are in our shadows. It's likely that we are in this space where we're having to face the things that are most challenging for us. I know for me, I had to have a really incredible conversation with someone I'm very close to today to say that the energy between us was feeling misaligned for me at this point. We've been friends for a very long time. And I was starting to feel some past life stuff that felt really intense, like oppressive and ownership, and like I needed to be free, like my skin was shivering, or like my skin was crawling, and I was like, this is so unusual. Why is this? Because there is some sort of lineage between us that is causing chaos in my field. And so I had to have a really difficult conversation with them to say, this is something I need to honor and I need to step away from so that I can do the work to transmute it. Because many of us in this American system have, whether we know it or not, we're related and connected through slavery and family selling and rape and all sorts of very scorpionic things is what it is. When I studied history, I was like, wow, it's so amazing to me how families who owned slaves would pass their slaves down as property from one person to the next. It's really terrorizing when I think about it. But a lot of that still lives in our own psyches. And so right now we have an opportunity to clear it, but you got to be able to feel what's going on with you and really understand the story. So as I was experiencing this thing with a friend of mine, I realized I could feel my story being like, oh, I need to get away from her. Oh, she's repelling to me. And then I said to myself, just drop the story and feel what you're feeling. And when I felt it, it was just oppression. I just felt oppressed, which lets me know that it's karmic and something that comes from an old dimension, likely rooted in our historical slave experience. And so we get to recalibrate all of these energies. So with Mercury retrograde today, we want to look at how it is that we're feeling. What are our thoughts about? How are we looking at our power? How do we share power? Who are the people that we're sharing power with? Who are your lovers? How have you created experiences with your lovers? Like, how do you get your needs met? Are you manipulative around it? How is jealousy showing up in your life? How is envy showing up in your life? One of the challenges that I was having is that I was feeling like my friend who I was working with, they carry a lot of hot, fiery energy that feels very critical and like criticism and oppressive. And I was feeling that, like I'm so sensitive, I was feeling oppressed by it. So I couldn't experience freedom in the connection that we had. So I had to just give myself permission to just name it and then go, yeah, this isn't working for me at this time. So this is an opportunity for you to look at how your deep, intimate connections are really working in your life. How are you sharing power? Is there manipulation going on? Are there secrets, right? Are there secrets? Is there secret, are you... is everything above board, or is there stuff running beneath the surface that's not being talked about? All of that stuff has to come up. Everything has to come up because we can no longer hide anything. The veil is extraordinarily thin with Mercury and Scorpio. We can't hide things. We can't keep secrets. So if there's jealousy or envy or shame, all of that stuff has to be addressed. And I encourage you to come to me and I can do a Mercury retrograde reading for you. We can sit down. We can see how this energy is impacting you and what you need in order to create new tools and resources in order to heal. The moon today is in Virgo, and the moon is in Virgo currently at 20 degrees of Virgo. And so the moon in Virgo is an energy of integration. So I don't know how much integration we're going to get done today because there's a lot of electric energy with Mercury in retrograde and Mercury turning around. So the best thing to do is just be able to look and see what doesn't work. That's it. Like, just feel what you're feeling and see, does it work or no? If it works, keep it. If it doesn't, set it aside. Integration is not what's going on right now. We are in the process of moving into the new moon. The new moon energy is about clearing. So you want to look at the things in your life that need to be released and let go of, and let it go. Like, don't try to hold on. Don't try to play nice. Don't try to placate. I know the sun is in Libra and we are very attached to how things look and beauty and how things feel. Just honor it. Just honor it. If it feels like shit, put it down. If it doesn't feel good, put it down. Don't try to maintain face. No people pleasing. Let all of that stuff go. So tonight is the first Mercury retrograde class. Ricky Williams will be here teaching about alchemy and how to alchemize your life, how to take those painful experiences and alchemize them in ways like nobody else can. This brother was playing football, doing his thing, and it wasn't working for him. It wasn't working for him. He had $1 million job and he was great at it, and it wasn't working for him. And he took that energy and alchemized it into something else that allows him to serve himself more and the community with which he is here in order to be of service to. So please join us tonight. You can do so in my link tree. The class is $66. It will be recorded if you cannot attend in person. It begins at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will have 3 live courses, one this Wednesday tonight, one on next Friday, which I don't know the date for in this moment, and then a following one on the Wednesday after that. All moving us through Mercury retrograde. Within this course, you'll get rituals, daily updates on the Mercury retrograde astrology, rituals that really support you in moving through the work, and then the deep, intimate work to do with yourself to understand how your shadow is impacting you and how you can transmute it into power. All right, you all. I love y'all so much. I'm going to do my best to be here every day. I am in a deep detoxing stage right now. I'm having a hard time enunciating words. I'm having a hard time being present with people. Things are just sort of out of wits for me right now. And so I'll do my best. Peace and blessings. I love you all so much. Bye-bye.